So this is how to complete your onboarding. So you're going to click on setup. So over here, first we have to select an image. So this can be your business or your store image. So I'm just going to upload mine. So now over here, you entered a short description for a store. So this can be like a bio. So let's say we sell the best products. Then you select what category your shop or your business in. So let's just select something like fashion. So we're going to select my region. Then my location, Spain, Tex. You can toggle whether you want people to be able to place orders even when products are out of stock, but I'm not going to touch that. So yeah, you can select how you want the variant options to show in your stores. I'm going to leave it as the default. So stock reservation duration, this means that when an order has been placed, how long do you want us to log the stock for an order that has been unpaid for? So let's say someone buys a product, okay, and they've not yet paid for it. After 30 minutes, if the payment status of the order doesn't get updated, would return the stock back to the product. So you can set how you want this to show. So I'm going to leave it as 30 minutes. So with the store message or announcement, this any message that you want to show on your store. So you can enter a message. So this is an example of how it looks like. So you can see this, get 10% off weekend. So you can have this show up on your store. Can add the announcement message here. So I'm going to leave it for now. Then the checkout message here, when your customer is about to complete their order, you can add any message that you want to show them on the checkout page. I'm going to ignore it. And then there's the success order message. So that means that after an order has been completed, on the order page, what message you want to show your customer. So this hi, the customer name, then thanks for your order. If you want, you can customize this anyhow you want. You can let them know any other information you want. So I'm going to click save. Then now support. So over here, this is the support page for your customers. So how you want customers to contact you. So I'm going to add a WhatsApp number. So that means that customers will be able to contact us on this WhatsApp number. Okay, so if you want a WhatsApp button to show on your website, you can turn this on or off. So that's how the WhatsApp button looks like. So customers can just click over here and then contact you. So I'm going to leave it as it is. Then now, if you have an email that you want customers to contact you on, you can type that here. So over here, you can type your Instagram account. So just the handle name, and then for Facebook too, you can do the same thing. So I'm just going to type the same thing. So make sure that this is your actual social media pages that you have, so you can enter the rest here. If you don't have anything, you can just leave it as it is. It's not by force. So I'm just going to click save. So now here's how to set up your theme. So just going to click on theme. So this is how to customize your website theme. So you can change your website theme to suit your business style. So you can just click on the preview button to just see how it looks. So this is how one theme looks like. Let's check this out. So I think I prefer this one. So I'm going to just choose this one. So I'm going to click on apply. So now that we're done with themes, now I can set up our domain. So we click on setup. So Lave allows you to connect a custom domain. So if you have, for example, immerseboutique.com, you can connect an existing domain. But for this example, we're just going to choose any of their free available domains Lave gives out. So I'm just going to click on select a domain. Now, if you want to change your username, you can just click on the edit here if you want to change it. But I'm going to leave mine as this. In fact, you know what? Let me just change it to Immerse Boutique so that it aligns with my business. So let's just say Boutique. Let's just save that. Okay. So now let's select a domain now. So I'm going to select immerseboutique.oursite.store. So I'm going to click on that. And that's that for domains. So now we're going to do the payment method setup. So we're going to click on setup. And so you can allow your website to receive payments online. So with Lave, you can receive payments from different countries, different currencies, 12+ currencies. You can click here to view the details. So I'm going to leave that on. And if you want to accept cash on delivery, you can turn this on. So I'm just going to click on this to turn it on. And if you want to add a note to like cash on delivery, you can also add that note. So this note will show on your website when customers are about to place their order with cash on delivery. And now if you want people to be able to buy on WhatsApp, you can select this. I'm going to turn this on. Now the buying on WhatsApp means that whenever your customer places an order and then they redirects them to back to WhatsApp. So after they've placed the order, okay, those be sent back to WhatsApp together with all the order information. So for demonstrative purposes, I'm going to show you how the buy on WhatsApp looks. Okay. So let me just open this video here. So now when a customer comes to your site and then they select all the items that they want to buy, right? They will be redirected to WhatsApp. So let's just look at this example so that you just see how it looks. So on the checkout page, when they after entering all their details, they just redirect them back to WhatsApp together with all their other details. Do you understand? So that's how the buy on WhatsApp works. Okay, so with the custom payments, you can add manual payment methods. So for example, you can say you want people to send money to a particular bank account or a particular mobile money address or something. But the difference is that with this one, you need to manually confirm the payment to be sure that they are not providing fake receipts. So there is a difference between custom payments and automatic payments. With automatic payments, Lave is already connected your website with multiple payment providers. So that allows you to receive mobile money payments, bank payments, card payments automatically. So with that one, as soon as customer pays, we get alerted and then we just credit the money into your account. But with the custom payments, you need to manually check that this person has paid you to be able to confirm their order. So that will be up to you. So you can set this anyhow you please. So I'm going to click on save. Good. So now we are going to the product section. So let's click on setup. Now Lib allows you to add whether physical products or digital products like courses, ebooks, files. You can sell all those on your website. But for this example, I'm going to choose physical product. Yeah, so now you can add a video or image of the product. So I'm going to click on add image. So now I'm going to select my product image. Okay, so now you can make the product show on your website or you can hide it. So you can use this button here to either make it show or make the product hidden. So I'm going to make it active. So now the name of the product. So let's say women's dress. So now the price, let's say the product is, let's say, I don't know, maybe 200 cedis. If you have a discount price that you want to give out, you can also input it there, but I'm not going to do that. So now you enter the stock of the product. So is it on unlimited stock? That means that it's always active, or is it limited? So I'm going to enter the stock. Let's say I have maybe 20 in stock. So now over here, you can enter a short description. So let's say for the summer. And then in the main description, so you can add a more descriptive description if you want. So so now yeah, with the collections are a way for you to group your products. So you can add multiple products to a collection. So you can create a collection, maybe let's say let's assume maybe you have women's clothes, right? You can just create a collection that will keep all products in women's clothes under this collection. Do you understand? So for example, let's say women's clothes. And as you can see, the collection is over there. So you can add as many collections to a product. So if you add maybe, let's say, new arrivals, you can just add it over here. Let's say new arrivals. So if your product comes in different variants, so for example, let's say maybe this dress like this, let's say you have different sizes, different color, you can create variants for those. So let's just create a simple example. So let me just click on edit variant. So I'm going to add an option. So let's just do size. We will do small. Sorry. Assuming we have a small size, let's say a medium size, and let's say maybe in a large size. So we'll add that. And then we'll add one more for, let's say, color. Let's say maybe we have a red and black. So you can add as many as you have available. So let's just do red and black. And then we are going to generate the variant. Yeah, so now you can see that we have the small red. So you can click on it to edit the price. So for example, if let's say maybe you have the small red version of this dress that is maybe has a different price. You can change the price here. If you have a different stock, you can change the stock here. And you can also upload the image or the video of the particular variant if you have that. But I'm not going to do that, so I think I'm okay with everything here. Yeah. So now forms. What are forms? So forms are if you want to collect additional information from your customers. So for example, you can add a form. So let's say maybe I can say maybe when is your birthday. If that's relevant to your business, you can take that. So let's say or what days do you want it or something. You understand? So you can add your own questions that you want to take from your customers. You can also use the select box option and then the selection option if maybe you want to add add-ons. So maybe you want to take, for example, do you want it to come in an extra gift bag? I'm just giving an example. Then maybe they can take that as optional. You don't have to fill it by force. So you can just add additional things that you want from your customers. So now sections. With sections is to create extra page content. So let's say maybe you want to have an option called maybe size and charts, right? So let's say maybe you want a table, like you have maybe a table or you have a picture that you want to upload for size and charts. You can just create a page section in your product page that will be shown to your customers. So I'm just going to ignore that. And then over here, you can add related products. So if you have other products, okay, those you may also like, you can just select those products over here, but I don't have any here, so I'm going to ignore it. Now you can click on more options. So over here, after you're done, there's redirect to this page after payments. So that means that you can say after my customer pays, I want to redirect them to a particular link. Okay, you can input that here. So now the call to action button. So you can change the button that is on the product page. So for example, do you want people to add to cart? Do you want to post buy now? You can just change that here. Over here, you can change your SEO optimization. So this SEO is basically how engines like Google and Bing, how search works. So you can, if you want to edit your searches, okay, you can just make changes here. So I'm just going to click on save. We move on to delivery. So we are going to click on setup. So now we are just going to add one delivery just in order to finalize the onboarding. But if you sell digital products, after you're done, you can come back to the delivery settings to just disable delivery. For example, if you sell things like courses, ebooks, and then you don't need the physical delivery location, you can just come and disable it over here. But for this, we are assuming that I sell physical products, so we're going to click on add delivery. Yeah, so now you enter the location of your delivery. So for example, I can just say Greater Accra. Okay, let's say maybe delivery within Greater Accra. Now with the delivery, you can add as many as you want. So after you do this, okay, let's assume maybe delivery to Greater Accra is maybe 80 cities. Now, after I've done this and I say this, I can come back and add as many delivery options as I want. So I can add one for maybe Tema, and then I'll write the price. Then I'll come back and add another one for maybe Northern region, or maybe I add another one for maybe international deliveries. You understand? So you can add as many delivery options as you want. So now you can preview the website to see how it looks. So let's click on preview. So let's just click on our site. So this is how our website looks. We can make some changes later in the theme section, but now let's just click on shop now. So now this is the product that we just created. So now a customer can select the options that they want. So I'm just going to leave it at the small and then the red option, and then they just click on buy now to order. Very simple. So now here you just enter their contact details. So just going to enter my name. I'm going to enter my phone number here. So now they enter their delivery location. So I'm in Greater Accra. So I'm just going to select Greater Accra. And so Spentex near assemblies. So now they select the shipping method here. So the delivery, I'm going to select Greater Accra as my delivery location. Yeah. So now if your customer has a note, they can add any additional notes. Maybe I want it in the afternoon. So over here, they just enter any additional information they want to add to their order. And then now they just select their payment method and then they can just place the order. Now let's go back to the preview website. I'm going to click on I finish previewing my website. Nice. So now you go to the social. So now you can add your website's link to your social media accounts. So your Instagram, your TikTok, your WhatsApp, you can just add your website's link so that customers can just click on the link and then they can shop directly from you. So you can add all your website's links to your relevant social media. So I'm going to click on I've completed this step. So now I'm going to click on follow Lave. So now this is the follow Lave's official social media. So you can follow our Instagram, you can follow our WhatsApp, our TikTok. So after following, you can click on I've completed this step. And voila. So now I click on continue, I've completed this step. And your onboarding is done.